There's a couple of different ways for you to be able to make money on Amazon, and that's by retail arbitrage, wholesaling, and private labeling. I'll make a video explaining each business model, going into detail on how you're able to make money on Amazon. But for now, I want to answer your question: is Amazon FBA oversaturated? And the answer is yes. But the caveat is that even though it is saturated and there are new sellers going in, starting Amazon businesses every day, you're still able to jump in and make money yourself. Stats say that 46% of Amazon sellers achieve an average Amazon FBA success rate of 11 through 25%. Moreover, 64% of Amazon sellers become profitable within 12 months. If you're new, then I would stay away from wholesale and private label unless you have enough capital to where you're able to risk it and lose it if anything goes bad. Those two business models in Amazon are probably the most riskier than to start something off like retail arbitrage. Reason why I say that is because those two business models require a lot of upfront capital for you to be able to successfully start an Amazon business. It's not low to entry, meaning you can't start with a couple of $100s. Wholesaling a product on Amazon requires an MOQ, the same thing as private labeling, to where you're able to get that product discounted enough to where when you sell it, you're still able to walk away with some type of profit and money inside of your pocket. The minimum quantities usually require you to spend a lot of money up front. Now, opposed to retail arbitrage, you still need money to be able to buy a product inside of a store, but there's no MOQ. It's just a matter of finding a product, seeing if you have enough profit margin on that product, buying it, listing it, and then shipping it once it's sold. You can also do that at a large scale to where you do that continuously and then send all those products all at once inside of Amazon Fulfillment by Amazon, hence Amazon FBA. And then that way it saves you a little bit more time. Yes, you pay a lot more in fees or a little bit more in fees depending on what the product is, but it saves you time at the end of the day if you don't have time to ship out the product yourself. If I were you and wanted to start an Amazon store, then I would 100% start retail arbitrage if you don't have enough money to be able to risk it on a wholesale and on a private label product. I know I said something similar in my drop shipping video, which by the way, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. It's going to be in the first link in the description below. But I had a friend who had a wholesale business and he was literally making like $200,000 a month wholesaling on Amazon. Obviously that wasn't profit, but that's still a large scale for you to be able to be in an Amazon store. And when I was getting started, he was telling me that how difficult it truly was for somebody to go into wholesale, just because a lot of the products right now are gated. That's a whole nother thing that you have to tackle, is figuring out how you're able to get ungated. And a lot of the products that have high sales, he actually ended up leaving his store behind and then took that money that he made on wholesaling on Amazon, and then he went into real estate, started buying and flipping properties, and that's what he does right now. Again, it doesn't mean that if you start a wholesale or a private label store on Amazon that you're not going to succeed, because that's not the case. It just requires a lot more time and a lot more capital up front for you to be able to eventually find success in it. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people who've had great success doing the things that I'm talking about, including myself. I even bought Kevin David's course back in the day on private labeling. Back when he first started, when he only had a couple of thousand subscribers, I was actually one of the OGs back in the day when he first started out. And that was actually a very, very great course, very knowledgeable. Obviously things have changed since then, and I know he's been in a little bit of trouble, but you know, back in the day, that was a great course, and it actually taught you on how to start a private label store with a lot of great information. One of my best successes on Amazon was retail arbitrage. That's how I started out. That's how I made a lot of money up front. Again, I will show you and tell you how you're able to do that. There was a lot of trial and error as well. I lost a lot of money because I didn't know how to look for profit margins within a specific product and within a specific category that the sales rank on how fast that specific product sells, which again, I'll make a video going into detail explaining those things. I'm not going to sell you a course, so don't worry about it. Just subscribe and like this video, and then be on the lookout for when I come out with that video for you guys. Amazon is continuously making changes, but then again, so is everybody else. Don't let that discourage you from being able to start a store today. If I did it, then so can you. If you guys have any questions on how to start an Amazon FBA store, go ahead and reach out in the comments or shoot me a DM on my Instagram. I'll post that here somewhere on the screen. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time on this channel, we talk about ways to improve your credit score, financial literacy, budgeting, trading, and many different type of topics to help you improve your current credit financial habits, all done within about 5 minutes or less. If you find this video helpful, do me a solid favor by subscribing and liking this video. Share it with a friend or family who you think might be able to benefit from it. Believe it or not, it helps a ton. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys all, and until next time, peace.